Greetings, YouTube. I want to believe Kabam when they say that they are ramping up the cheaters that use mod systems to unfairly beat people, especially in Battlegrounds, but this has been going on for years, especially in Alliance War. I want to believe them. And I think, in fairness, I'm sure they're doing things they've never done before. I have received messages from people that I have not done videos on that are angry at me for not accepting their video request subject because they want me to cover on this channel how they were unfairly banned for losing too many times in Battlegrounds. And basically the message is, I've lost in Battlegrounds fairly, I'm just not a very good player, and Kabam flagged my account as trying to do some point shaving, some easy point farming. I guess point farming is the better way to put it. I don't know why I said point shaving. How embarrassing. In Battlegrounds. Now, I am currently in Uru 3. I've never made it out of this, so I have no idea how this works. I've been told you have to win like 5 in a row or something, and then maybe it'll move you up. I literally have no idea. But I won my first ever back-to-back Gladiator circuit matches after losing my first attempt against Prof. Stu 42. Great summoner, great player. Anyhow, so we have people who are claiming that they got kicked for fairly losing. But it's hard for me to be able to defend them when I didn't see them play. And look, I'm just going to say it. I've been burned before by people in this community who come at me and say, Prof, I swear on my grandmother's grave that I did not cheat and I am a victim. And it turns out their grandma maybe is still alive. Maybe they don't care about her. But the grave has been tainted because they were in the wrong. So I'm just very cautious now about doing videos on summoners that reach out to me for help and attention because they could be telling the truth, but they could also be lying to me. And look, I don't mind being wrong, but I want to limit the amount of unforced errors in videos that I do. And that's just a policy that has continued to evolve as my rationale as a content creator on this platform. With that being said, let's jump into this subject. Because my alliance, Mr. Big E78 in AOA, and I gotta tell you, if you want to be in an alliance that values Battlegrounds but isn't going to make you do a point minimum and also has a super relaxed Alliance Quest strategy of map 6 and only one Battlegrounds group of Alliance War. I mean, my alliance always has a waiting list, but we're also always looking for good people who are going to care about the game but also don't want to be super intense. All right, in Mysterium 3, I don't even know what that is. I'm tempted to say Mysterio 3 because I know more about Mysterio than Mysterium. You have a player whose top-rated champion is Awakened 6-star Shang-Chi, and then a bunch of 5,000 rated unawakened 6 stars. Now, the first time that you see a bunch of unawakened anything, it should be a huge red flag that there's no way that this is a legitimate account. These champions are not ranked up. They're not awakened. They were mostly, I'm guessing, earned from arena rewards, where these are the champions based off of that featured or sub-featured 6-star arena. And they are using some kind of hack, some kind of terms of service breaking software to get around this. And look, this would be terrible if they were in Bronze 3, because this is the account that Kabam swears they're taking down, this kind of account. But they have somehow gotten away with this to the point that my man Big E fought Apocalypse with Nimgod, 26-second fight, and still lost because guess what? This hacker scored a 14-second Nick Fury takedown with a, ironically, unawakened Mysterio and Mysterium. And look, sometimes people send me screenshots and they say, Prof, do a story on this hacker, and I think, I don't know if that's a hack. I think that might have just been a really good player. There is no way that this guy, in 14 seconds, took down both 100% lives of Nick Fury, especially because Nick Fury could be rank 5 6-star for all I know. Not Ascended, but that's crazy. And then How about round 2, where in 16 seconds you had an awakened Miles take down Storm P90X, and he still lost because it took him 22 seconds to take down unawakened Vision Arcus with Hulk, and that resulted in an L. I want to believe Kabam that they are making sure that accounts like this get banned. But when I see stories like this, it still gives me pause. Because the people who are the best at navigating Kabam's detection software always feel like they're one step ahead of him. It kind of reminds me of the end of the movie Batman Begins, where they say, well, what if we go to semi-automatics? And they go to automatics. Well, that's what these people do. They brag about how Kabam has not been able to catch them. And that's why I make videos on this. Because when it is so obvious that they're clearly cheating, I don't mind this. But otherwise, I'm not going to call out people who maybe aren't cheating, because that is catching a stray, as the kids say. And I would be not doing anyone justice on my platform for just calling out people who may or may not be doing things fairly. This guy, on the other hand, I got no qualms about it, because this looks as sketchy as it gets.